Hi Ryan, thank you so much for inviting me to this International Dark Sky Week. I'm so honored. I'm Emma from Dark Sky Malaysia. I'm one of the founder, and we just started like 5 years ago. And we are very glad to do this.
Okay, excellent. So, how you actually started your journey as a Dark Sky ambassador or Dark Sky Malaysia? Tell us about your journey in the field of dark sky, because it's something interesting which is not conventional. People do not agree what you are doing in this field, what it is. So please tell us about your journey. Yes.
I think we are in the same place that we look at a lot of people that keep asking, why are you doing this? Is it benefiting you? I started in terms of like love stargazing or love the dark skies when I was like 10 years ago, 2009. I was a student and I have to travel like 2 hours away from my university to get a dark sky to see the Milky Way. And I think we did a lot of trip to the dark sky place like once a month at least. So I think we did more than that. After that, I bought a camera just to get the picture of Milky Way and show it everyone and say, hey, we have this dark sky. And that started I think it ignited the fire in me to tell everyone in Malaysia that we do have dark sky and we can see the stars. And after that, after I graduated, I traveled around Malaysia to see the dark sky. Do we have any dark sky places in Malaysia? And Malaysia is separated by two islands. One island is called in Borneo. We are shared with Indonesia, and we also have the peninsula, which is a mainland. So I started, and I was born in the mainland, in the city. I was a city girl. I grew up in the city. I didn't know about the stars. After travel a lot of places in Malaysia, I can say we got a lot of places that we do have a lot of dark skies. And why are Malaysians why are Malaysians getting out from Malaysia to see the dark sky? Like in Chile, Australia, there are also places. They are very pristine dark sky, but we do have Malaysian dark sky places. But why are we going out to see the other places, right? And we are very lucky. Malaysia is very lucky because we can see both part of northern and southern sky. We can see the crux and the Canis Major at the same time. So it's amazing to see that in Malaysia. So we are not using that advantage. But the thing is, a lot of Malaysians didn't know that. So that's why I stayed in one place it's a state called Sabah. It's in North Borneo. And it has a lot of places that has a potential for dark sky tourism or astrotourism. So I stayed in Sabah, started in 2015, and I entered this organization astronomy club called Sabah Stargazers, and they have a lot of people that love to see the stars, and they are actually most part of them are photographers, so they do take a lot of photography of night sky. And they just kept to themselves. They don't really share to the world. So I said, why are we not sharing this as is the dark sky in Sabah? So we should tell people about dark sky here. So, and I gathered a lot of people a lot of people in Sabah to capture a lot of pictures in Sabah, and we use that as a medium to spread the awareness of dark sky, not the light pollution. So instead of telling people about light pollution, we tell people about dark sky. So we go in a positive way first before the negative thing. And then we educate people about light pollution, why they cannot see stars in the city, in Kuala Lumpur, in Alostar, in Georgetown. So the main cities, they can't see stars because of the light pollution, and that's why people travel. So that's how we started, and that's how I started to open up the Dark Sky Malaysia, and I entered International Astronomical Union IAU, the Dark Sky Ambassador, and also IDA advocators to get
Yes.
more information on light pollution. How do we advocate in light pollution? How do we get the latest update on artificial light at night and all the updates? So then I gather people all around Malaysia to, we are going to open up a community in Dark Sky Malaysia, the first community of Dark Sky in Malaysia for this International Dark Sky Week. So yeah, that's for the Dark Sky community. And now, for me, one thing is that keeps me in this field of advocating light pollution is I don't want my next generation to ask me whether if it's true that I can see stars. So they might say, yeah, if it's if all places in Malaysia that got lighted up and got lots of places got light pollution and you can't see stars, you're gonna blame us. Who else, right? So I don't. That's why my fire of advocating in light pollution.
Yes. So when you started your journey of light pollution and advocating for the dark sky, so tell me that how difficult it was to educate people about this topic. Like when I started, it was very difficult. Like people actually don't know the word dark sky. This was very tough. Like the word dark sky, they resonate with something which is the secret society or something which is very magical or something which is so people actually they have some religious belief or something like this. They connected the dark sky with something which is magical or something secret or something, a secret society or something like this. So it was very difficult for me. How do you think that how many people actually get connected with this topic of dark sky preservation or dark sky advocate in your region? Yes.
So in Malaysia, when we started, we did not started with dark sky or light pollution. We start with astronomical events like meteor shower, total lunar eclipse, solar eclipses. So we started with not saying about dark sky, but we it's like hiding some of the mission, right? But it gets the attraction. So they say, we saw a lot of meteors. So they always wanted to see more of it, and they keep asking for it, and they keep spreading about the words of loving. They love to see the stars. They love to see the galaxies. They love to use the telescopes and all. And let's keep people keep talking about stars and night sky. We didn't say about dark sky or light pollution. So the educating part is not there yet. But we have instilled about the passion for them to see the stars. So then we started to educate them about how to preserve the dark sky. So if we tell them, if you want to see the stars, you need to keep your light off, or you need to use the dark sky friendly light. So what is a dark sky friendly light? So that's how we started the conversation going on there. So we didn't start with saying dark sky or light pollution because they don't know at all. They are not very familiar with it because it's not in the media. It's not, it's in the textbook. Yeah, because in schools, in science subject, they are not instilled with light pollution. They do have like air pollution, noise pollution, but they don't have light pollution in that.
Yes. True.
Yeah. So we do first exposed with the astronomical events. So we do have, what you can see at night, because we put a human touch where what do you do at night? Do you right? So do you stay home and in your house, or do you go outside and have a drink with your friends? Or do you play anything? So that is quite difficult at first. It's not really difficult because we started by talking about night sky. Yeah. So for us, we go the other way around, but we educate slowly. Although it's slow, but it's quite efficient. But yeah, it's a hype. It's a hype thing where it's hype when you say you saw a lot of meteors. So when most of groups say, oh, I saw a lot of meteors last year. What we did last year, 2020, for Germany's meteor shower, we did an event. Although we have this because of this pandemic, so people can't go out can't really go out, so they can't go to any dark sky places. So what we did was we did a virtual an online observation. So we have a camera looking up at the sky, and we asked the people to see any meteors going inside the frame, and we did ask them to record their meteor shower observation. How many meteors do you have? How many meteors do you see? And please, gather people around and have your families, not your friends, but with your family, so within your area. And we do have a lot of feedbacks, and they say that, oh, this is my first time seeing meteor, and they say like, oh, why I can't see here in the main city? Why do I have to travel? So that's where we answer them, and that's where that's how we educate them on light pollution and dark sky in Malaysia.
Yes. Similar activity I did in Karachi as well. There are some Facebook groups, like it's a community where thousands of people were there. So I posted that, look at the sky today, there's a meteor shower. So I engage all the audience, telling them how many meteor shower you have collected, how many, now this is a peak time, let's do it all together, take a picture together. So I did the similar activity in virtually on different Facebook groups, engaging to talk about this topic, and because it was memorable night. Yes, so
they love it.
Yes, everyone was enjoying. Actually, for the first time, everyone was like, oh, this is for the first time I'm looking at the sky like this. It's like a beautiful star, like it's a shooting star or something. Like this is happening for the first time that we have seen in our life. So a lot of people got engaged through these kind of social media engagement activity. Yes. So how do you think all these activities are affected because of the current COVID situation, this pandemic? Are you organizing all your activities virtually, or do you have any plans to come back, and how your astrotourism activity is affected because of this whole pandemic? Yes.
So because of this pandemic, we are taking advantage of not going out, or there's not tourists coming in Malaysia. So for astrotourism part, what we did was we did some research on the folklore of this country. So in Sabah itself, we got more like 70, 100 plus different ethnics, and they must have different folklore. So we did gather, and we did some recording, and before this they said, my mom or my grandma told me about this when I was young, but I didn't think about it. They just like forget about it, and there's no one is recording on the folklore. That's one. Because it's part of story that you can tell to the tourists. So it's part of the package there. That's one. It's a dark sky tourism, but we do not have any astrotourism where you educate on telescope, educate on the night sky. So what we're doing now is we are engaging to any chalets resorts that wants to do astrotourism. So I think for this for this pandemic time, we did some visits to places that they do want for astrotourism, and they said that they want to add on their package of astrotourism. So we think and they want to be under Dark Sky Malaysia, so that the lights to be guided and shielded. They say, we are committed to do this astrotourism, and we want to use a dark sky friendly light. So this astrotourism also is very helpful for us to educate in pollution and dark sky and preserving the dark sky. And we are going towards the dark sky park, so we are very we are praying for that, aiming for that too. So that's during the pandemic. It's quite, so we are taking the advantage of not we can't go out. We have some boundaries that we cannot cross. Like we can't go to other states without any work permit. So so while doing this online is quite easy, but some places that doesn't have internet, we do have need to go there. And we did a lot of like sky quality assessment in their places, and we do a lot of like give out like we do have a lot of like places like they want to use the dark sky friendly light. But the thing is, in Malaysia we do not have any dark sky and we don't have any lighting engineers that we can talk to. I think I haven't contact anyone in that field yet, because I did ask, do Malaysia have any like lighting engineers? I don't think we do, so we are quite stuck there. That's one in part of AstroTourism. Oh yeah, and we're also getting more. Dark Sky Malaysia is giving out certificates to any resorts or chalets that is using dark sky friendly. So it's like anyone who wants to go for stargazing or who wants to learn about the folklore, they can go to this place, and they are well aware about who wants to do stargazing and all. So they don't have like spotlight bumping here there. We do have some photographers came to us and said, went to this place. It's a tourism place, but they got a lot of spotlights. So they seem to say that they claim to say that they have a good dark sky, but they're bumping out a lot of spotlights, so it's not helping. So that's one of it. In terms of AstroTourism, we are progressing, but because of no tourists, so we do not have. We are still progressing on the AstroTourism products. And in terms of other events, like astronomical events, we did a lot of virtual, online, Facebook and YouTube. We did last year. We did two end of the year. One is for Gemini's meteor shower, and we did for the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction.
Yes.
Yeah. So because of people can't go anywhere, and they want to see the sky in Malaysia.
Right.
Because they want to see the sky in Malaysia. What we get the feedback from the live, they say, yeah, is this from Malaysia? Yeah, this is from Malaysia. I said, what? We can see this in Malaysia? So they're so excited to see it's Malaysian sky. So they don't want to see anywhere somewhere else.
Yes.
So it's quite for us, it's eye-opening. Say we need to do this a lot more. And what we did is like pilot activities, pilot events. So we have like what we did for conjunction is we have a telescope here in Sabah, and we also have a few telescopes in Peninsular. So they do have events there with their community, and we do have events on our side. So we connected ourselves, the stargazers in Malaysia. We connect ourselves, and we share our experience, and we talk about that, and people, the viewers from Malaysian, so they engage, in our conversation. They keep commenting. They say, and what we did for the conjunction, we do ask for them to take picture of the conjunction. Say they use their phone, their smartphones, and some use the DSLR. So it's quite happening if we do it online, because you got more engagement. But we do miss stargazing physically, gathering around, to see people's face in amusement, and that's one thing that we miss. Because you can't see people's face,
Exactly. We all miss the real feel of the dark sky and it is very important for all of us to have this astrotourism activity in Pakistan as well, because there are so many dark skies in Pakistan. We need to educate people about this topic actually, about the light pollution, how we can make all these places as a heritage for the future, and how we all as a community, like dark sky community all over the world, work together in collaboration, bring more awareness, bring more unity in this topic, that because we are very few people who are actually in this unconventional sort of businesses, unconventional ideas that we have, unconventional way of thinking. For example, we normally, as you mentioned this earlier, that we normally talk about the pollution, air pollution, noise pollution, but we don't talk about the light pollution, because it is growing with the very fast pace, with very fast rate, but people actually don't know how it is affecting, because we never thought that light can pollute as well. The environment that we are in right now, for example, from our childhood we never saw the dark sky from the beginning, and the future generation, it will be very more difficult for them, as the satellite pollution and many other sort of pollution that they will get affected because of the smartphones. The light is actually getting more closer to their eyes, and the nature is going away, and they need to understand that this the reality and the illusion. So it is little tough for all of us. How do you think that how we all as a global community work together to make this topic more approachable, or make it more understandable to the general public? Sorry,
In my
my
opinion,
camera is
right?
glitching. Yes.
In my opinion, right? What we can do is we need to discuss on how to advocate. I mean, like how the medium how to send a message to the people, to the public. So what we need to have is a like more we have IDA already, and IDA is doing a great job in relaying the message, and we need to use as a like me in Daskar, as a Daskar Malaysia, I need to use that medium, I need to use that knowledge, and I need to relay to the Malaysians. So we are the community, all the community of dark sky all around the world. What we need to do is we need to put the message to our country in our country's way. We cannot put them as a universal. There's no universal message. No, because they have their, like Malaysians, they love, like I said, like, they love to see pictures. They love the words of stars. They love the words of the galaxies, Milky Way. So we need to use they love to listen to the folklore. So that's how we need to touch their hearts by using any medium that we need to use. So maximize our, learn about. For me, I learn about my country's culture first. And how do I relay the message of dark sky and light pollution education? So how do I break the wall? Do I need to say no? We need to use the dark sky friendly and all the negative things, like the turtles are reducing in numbers because of light pollution. Yeah, it's true. Yes, but reality is people don't want to know that. People say okay, light pollution give effect on turtles and migrating birds and on health, but they still use phone at night, they use spotlights at night. So how do we break the wall? So that's what as a dark sky community globally can do, is learn about our community first, our country first. How do we break the wall and use the message like IDA and put in. I think IDA is doing a great job on the policy. I do use the policy and how they're very helpful in terms of like giving the the guidance, okay? And but the thing is, sometimes it's not really, not say proper, but it's not suitable in Malaysia. So I need to figure out a way, how do I convert it for Malaysians. So I think like in Pakistan, the same thing. So because in Malaysia we have religion, we have different races, we got a lot of races here, ethnics here. So I need to see where should I put this, and like of course the political issue. So how to tackle all this? So the best thing, like for me, what I did is how do I tackle the political issue is by doing AstroTourism, because it's giving money in. Okay, so it's like they say, oh, it's a win thing. So they say, it's a good thing for community. It's a good thing for the nature, like our health and our ecology and the birds and the turtles. So that's, we need to play around. For the dark sky community, we need to play around with all these. So we need to be a little bit smarter than them on how to play around the message.
I think I totally agree with you. And the important thing that you have mentioned, that IDA, International Dark Sky Association, created a standard that the organization is pretty old, and they know how to communicate, how to spread this message, and they're very friendly when you talk to them. The whole team is very, very nice. They all support each other, and the best part, this year they actually supported all the dark sky communities globally to organize such great events to educate people about this topic. And the best part is we need to communicate all these messages into our regional local languages, which is very important, because the same thing that I mentioned this earlier, people must have seen the sky full of stars, but they don't know the terminology of the dark sky. They don't relate or connect themselves with the word of dark, because they think the dark word is something which is bad or something which is negative. So we need to understand how people actually connect with the same word, how we can resonate with the same terminologies that they use in regular life, and how and spreading the message of and cascading the message of the IDA is very important. They have made a standard, and we need to extract and make it more presentable to the general public in our own country, in our own region. Yes. So thank you so much. This was very amazing. This is very interesting that you are doing amazing job, which is very tough. And the same way for me, being part of this organization, Cosmic Tribe, I actually connected other domains as well with the Cosmic Tribe. The dark sky was a message that we need to aware people about this, but I connected other domains as well, like STEM educational training related to astronomy and space science was actually the real mission. Like, what is your end goal? Like, how you gonna grow your country, how you gonna prosper your country, how you gonna make your country more presentable on international platforms. So this is the real goal that I made a Cosmic Tribe, like a big tribe of people who actually love the stars and the skies. So thank you so much for joining the Cosmic Tribe and be a part of this International Dark Sky Week event. Thank you so much. If you have any message, please feel free to share, and you can also share your email address and your website address as well, so people can visit on your website.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for having us. Dark Sky Malaysia. We are very honored to be part of Cosmic Tribe. You guys are doing great. Ryan, you're doing a fantastic job. And if you guys want to connect with us, you can email us to darkskymalaysia@gmail.com or go to our website, darkskymalaysia.com.
Right. Thank you so much.